Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video,
All right, TikTok, tell me if I'm tripping or not. So me and my fiance, we are getting married, right? And to be a part of our wedding, you have to pay $450 for a ticket, and that's for each guest. So we invited friends and family to our wedding. Tell me why everybody that we invited has declined the invitation. We already have spent 100, maybe almost close to $200,000 on the wedding. We have already pre-ordered the cake. We already put down a deposit for the venue. We've already got the wedding dress, everything. We pay for everything for the wedding, DJ, photographer, everything for the wedding. And what I don't understand is that y'all spend 400 more money on stupid stuff, but you can't come out to support your family and your friends at a wedding. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell it, like, is we wrong? Let me know. Let me know. Because y'all pay for tickets, Beyonce tickets, $1,000 tickets. Y'all going to go meet Chris Brown for $1,000 something. But when it comes to your friends and your family, you can't pay the ticket. Like, these weddings ain't cheap. The weddings ain't cheap. Like what's going on? Like, I don't get it. Like, let us know, are we wrong for charging for a wedding? Like, I really, really want to know.
yeah, he's not the only one. This couple also went kind of viral. They got on the news and all that because they charged their guests $333. If I can find the video, I'm going to insert it.
Newlyweds Nova and Remo Styles got creative, thinking of their nuptials more like a concert, charging guests to attend their celebration.
And I said, wait, people choose to go to Beyonce's concerts because they know that they're going to have an experience. Let's put the stress on the guests and let's sell tickets to our wedding.
I was like, babe, people aren't going to come.
People did come, but there was also some pushback.
I would never spend money on tickets. I don't care.
Who do you guys think you are?
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
The ticket priced at $333 a piece, earning guests a seat on their double-decker bus and a 12-hour adventure in New York City. Their strategy sparing them $70,000 in wedding expenses.
I'm going to insert a news article or something here. Yeah, so they did charge their guests $333, and I think only 60 of their guests came at the end of it all, and they actually paid for it. So I don't know. I'm thinking that's where he's getting this idea from. Okay, but the part that he said people will go out there to pay for a Beyonce concert or a Chris Brown concert, like, are they coming to the wedding? That's my question. Like, are they coming to the wedding? Is any of them coming? Is that why you're asking people to pay that amount of, are we getting a private show? Is that what it is? Like, we don't have to pay £1,000 to take photographs with Chris Brown. Is that what it is? Or with Beyonce? Do you know them personally? Did they give you a bargain? Is that the secret? Let us know. So maybe we can make up our minds, all right? But if that's not the case, bro, take several seats. Okay? Take several seats. Yesterday we were talking about the scammer. This sounds like scamming to me. So you mean to tell me you planned a whole wedding? You thought you were going to spend almost $200,000 if it's true. And then I don't know where you've gotten with your wedding, but maybe you've come to the realization that you're spending too much money, right? And because of that, you believe that the guests that are coming to the wedding are supposed to pay you to help the wedding because they'll spend money on Beyonce or Chris Brown. Are you for real? Sometimes you think these things are just, people just come on the internet to rage bait people. But it turns out that it is possibly true because somebody said that there were people in the comment section who actually knew him, who were like, absolutely not, we've all cancelled, we are not coming. Okay, because this is ridiculous. And rightfully so. But let me know, would you pay any amount of money, whether $100, $200, $300, $450 to support your friends and family's weddings? Would you do that? Okay, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Because I'm thinking, unless there's exceptional circumstance where, you guys have been through a lot, there's so many things that happened to you and your life story, and people are feeling all sort of emotions towards it, and then they're like, you know what, we are going to raise funds to give you the wedding of your dreams. Okay, I'm thinking that's the only way. But when you go out of your way to charge people to come to your wedding, then you can have your wedding to yourself. That's what they're saying. Like, yeah, you guys take that wedding and enjoy it by yourselves on that day because we are not coming. All right. But anyway, let's get into some of the responses and I'm going to come back and talk some more. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you.
So this wedding couple right here went viral recently for charging their guests $333 to go to their wedding. And here's my opinion on that. I really wanted to have their wedding at this venue and it was really expensive. And they ended up saving $70K by charging their guests this price tag. I believe they invited 150 guests and only 60 guests actually purchased the tickets to go to their wedding. It included a double-decker bus adventure around New York City, which is pretty cool. And you know, I know people probably have like a really strong opinion on this and how like this is like weird, but this is absolutely no different than if you go to like a destination wedding. Because when you go to destination weddings, you pay for your way and you spend a lot more than $300 to go there. So do I think this is weird? No. I mean, it's the way they wanted to do their wedding and they saved 70 grand doing it. So the venue is gorgeous, by the way. Just saying.
If you can't afford to have a wedding, do not have a wedding. Just say so. If you can't afford to have a wedding and have it at the price point of $450 per person, you should not be having a wedding. Now, as someone throwing a wedding in New York City, I'm trying to throw a full-scale wedding in New York City for roughly $20,000, which is pennies here. But I know that we cannot throw the scale of wedding that I would love to have in my wildest dreams. So guess what? We are throwing the wedding that we can afford because that's what you do when you choose to have a wedding, which is a luxury, not a requirement. Spending $200,000 on a wedding, first of all, the fact that you even have that much money to spend means that you can afford to have a wedding. You just need to downgrade all the things that you want to have. And expecting your guests to pay $450 a ticket when they're also going to probably give you a wedding present, spend money on attire, potentially travel, potentially pay for hotels, XYZ, that is an insane amount to ask from a wedding guest. And then trying to put the blame on, oh, well, you're willing to spend on Taylor Swift tickets and Beyonce tickets and going to concerts and XYZ, but you won't spend that to celebrate your friends and family. Guess what? Those are two different categories. But that sounds like you and your wife need to just go to the courthouse and call it a day. And guess what? The fact that you've already spent that money doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you've already spent $100,000 or $200,000 in the wedding. You putting the blame on your guests because nobody wanted to RSVP when you're asking them to come to something that is not a requirement in life. It is a luxury. Again, weddings are luxuries. There are people who would love to have weddings that know that they can't afford to have a wedding. So guess what? They do what they can afford. It's one thing if you're doing a destination wedding because people understand that you're paying your way to go to a destination wedding. And so you're treating it like a vacation. So you're going on a vacation and you're going to someone's wedding and then everything is included in the wedding. But it doesn't seem like this is that option. You just want people to fund your wedding. Also, you know it's bad when the number of comments outweigh the number of likes. This video has 8,920 likes and 13,800 comments. And just clearing up a few things, everybody thinks that this is fake because they're like, this is a skit, he's asking for money. I saw his video on my For You page before he turned the comments off because I was nosy. And I scrolled through the comments and there was a wedding guest and I wish I would have screenshotted it for proof, but there was someone who was invited to his wedding that confirmed we declined and we will be spending our time elsewhere. And so that's why I truly believe this is real. And everybody said he was on live defending their decision to charge their guests $450. And no matter how much people tried to correct him, they stood firm in their stance. So this person is just very delusional. The Delulu is strong in this one.
We are getting married, right?
Congratulations. I hope that your nuptials bring about a long and strong, prosperous union. And I wanted to just tap in on that question that you had. And I have to start off with the answer is yes. That is an unrealistic expectation. Your guest that you invited to your wedding is free. Yes, you have to pay for everything as the couple. If your parents are going to help you pay, they need to pay. But there is nowhere written that you need to recoup your costs. And the expectation that you're placing on the people you invited is unrealistic and it doesn't serve the purpose that you are expecting to have it serve. A wedding is free for your guests, for them to attend. What they provide to you in terms of wedding gifts is all you should be getting. That is what you should be getting. Some people can't give, but they want to celebrate you and your soon to be. And in that celebration, they give what they can. I think one of the key takeaways here is that your wedding should not be tied to what's in someone else's pocket. If a person wants to pay to go to a Jay-Z or Chris Brown meetup and they want to pay thousands of dollars for that, that is their money. They work for that. They don't work so that they can attend a wedding. They work to spend their money the way they want to spend, and to set the expectation that they should want to pay $450 to attend a wedding is ludicrous. It is unrealistic, and that realization and that reality that you're putting upon them should be reset, recalibrated, if you will. If you want to have a lavish wedding and you spent $200,000, then you need to go back to your venue, your cake maker, your DJ, and all the places that you've placed deposits on, and lower your expectations. Just lower it. Just say, we don't want the grand ballroom. We'll take a smaller ballroom. We don't want a 20-foot cake. We'll take a 5-foot cake. These are things that you need to reset, because you didn't have all your guests as a part of the conversation when you started your wedding. It's your wedding. This is coming from a place where a person had a lavish wedding. I did. Went all out. And what I found in that is that I paid half and my mother and father paid half. So between us, we were able to cover the cost. We collected, well, my husband and I at the time, collected a nice size cash receipt at the end from my family, who gave generously. But that wasn't the expectation. I wanted the party. I wanted the celebration. I wanted the glitz and glamour. And I knew that in order to have that, I would have to pay that. And I didn't expect to recoup it. I did not expect for it to be a back-end transaction. And weddings are not a transaction between you and your guests. Your guests, you invite for their attendance to celebrate you and your union. Anything bigger than that, anything more than that is unrealistic. So I want you to have an excellent wedding, an excellent marriage, and be long and prosperous. But I really need you and your soon-to-be to sit down and reset that expectation, because no guest will attend if you don't change that theory. That's all.
I say it all the time. I don't even believe in half the stuff that y'all be saying on the internet, because this right here is ridiculous. This can't be real. But for the sake of this video, we're going to assume that he's being for real. And if he's being for real, the only people that are going to be at that wedding is him and his wife. Because who the hell is paying almost $500 to attend a wedding? I know I'm not. I can't speak for everybody, but I don't know too many people that are willing to do that. And then if I bring a guest, I bring my wife too. That's almost $1,000 just to watch y'all get married? No, sir. You said you guys spent almost $200,000 on the wedding. Like, it sounds like you trying to get some of that money back by charging your guests. And this is just me personally. Spending that type of money on a wedding, it's just uncalled for me. Like, that's ridiculous. You can buy a property with that type of money, or, just about pay a property off with that type of money. Like, to spend it on one event, one day, no. Then he goes on to say, well, people will spend that type of money on to see Fiancée, to see Chris Brown and stuff like that. And yeah, they will. I'm not supporting that either.
They spend that type of money because it's something for them. It's something that's bringing them pleasure. It's something that they're experiencing. Your wedding is for y'all, man. That's for you guys. Like, we just there to support y'all, but it ain't like that's you guys' day. I get it. Like your family and friends should want to support you, but you making it hard to want to support you when you're charging them to be a part of of your day. That don't sound crazy to y'all? It sounds hella crazy to me.
At this point, you and her just need to go ahead and go down to the courthouse and call it a day, man. Because y'all both played yourselves. Ain't nobody finna pay for that shit. I ain't never paid to attend nobody's wedding in my life. And I damn sure wouldn't pay no $450. That's wild. You and her must be smoking sherm sticks. If y'all really thought that was gonna work. So yeah, kill that noise, bro. You and her just need to go ahead and go down to the courthouse and forget about it. Y'all played yourselves.
Hey, we are getting married, right? And to be a part of our wedding, you have to pay $450.
Basically, it all boils down to this. Once you charge admission, that changes the nature of the wedding. That changes all the money given from gifts given out of the goodness of someone's heart to people paying in a transaction. That changes the wedding into a product that people have paid for. And depending on the way that one collects the money, for instance, if one is collecting money at the door, that means that RSVP created a debt that you owe me $450 once you said that you were coming to the wedding. So since it's a product of a transaction, why would guests not be able to ask for refunds, for example? When I got the ticket to the wedding, I thought it was going to be this beautiful celebration. I hate the cake. I hate the caterer. I hate the food. I really don't like the bride. I want my money back. And since the now RSVP is a ticket to get to an event, why would that guest not be able to sell that to someone else if it's not explicitly said non-transferable? If one's ops were willing to pay $700 for the ticket, why would one not be able to sell it to them? One is far better off, in Torah law anyway, in Jewish law, not doing something like this. If people give $450 out of their own heart, that's charity, that's a gift to the groom and the bride. But charging admission up front or at the door changes the wedding into a product, and that admission into a transaction. Yeah, just don't do this. Don't do this.
Yeah, I do agree with him, because now, if I wanted a refund, can I get a refund? If I didn't like the cake, if I don't like the decor, I didn't like the entertainment, would you pay me back? Because you're expecting me to pay for it. So if I'm supposed to pay for something like maybe a Beyonce concert, if something were to happen at a Beyonce concert, I'm sure some people will be reimbursed. Okay. So is there going to be any refund anywhere? Is there? If that happened, the whole thing is going to be transactional, all right? And people will come there and they will be feeling some type of way about the whole situation. They are not going to be genuinely happy for you. Because you forced them to pay for your wedding. All right? So if you can't afford it, don't do it. To me, I feel like $200,000, you don't have that kind of money. So why are you doing that? And like the other guy said, yes, that can be a down payment to, if not a full payment to a whole house. Like, what are you doing? You can start your life with that amount of money, and make more money, become maybe millionaires if you invest it well, if you put it in the right, businesses and so on and so forth. This is celebrity level. You don't have that kind of money. Please don't do it. Okay, you don't have it, don't do it. Go to the courts or do like a small wedding and just get over with it, all right? If you don't have the money, don't force it on people. It's as simple as that. Because in this day and age, in this economy, $200,000 for a wedding. Hey, some people are rich, oh. Some people are doing so well in life. $200,000 for, what, a day or two? Is that it? Wow. That's everything that has happened to me in my life. Now my whole thing is, if I have to put it on credit, if I have to borrow it, then that means that I can't afford it. So that's it. It's done. If I need this bag and I have to put it on credit, whether it's Klarna, ClearPay, whatever it is, I'm not doing it because I can't afford it. It's as simple as that. All right. And I feel like if you have to go and borrow 200,000 or use your credit cards or whatever it is to fund a wedding, and now you're even going to the extent of asking your guests to pay for it, you can't afford it. So in my humble opinion, don't do it. Cut your coat according to your cloth, or is that not what they say? But anyway, yeah, because to me it's wrong money moves. Wrong money moves that is going to create problems in your relationship in the beginning of the relationship when you have to now pull the hairs out of your nose, right? To pay back the money that you spent for a couple of days of enjoyment. It's not free. So that is wrong money moves in my humble opinion. I'm sorry. That to me is a bit over the top, okay? But it's because I'm not that rich, okay? So I don't know. But would you spend $200,000 on a wedding? Let me know. I know some people are rich in the comments, I know. But let me know, would you spend $200,000 on a wedding? Let me know. And would you ask your friends and families to pay $450 to support you on your wedding day? Let me know. Okay? Because to me, it's just ridiculous. It's like you're doing too much at this point. But anyway, leave your thoughts and opinions about all of this in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching it. And I'll see you again with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.